Nabi Muhammad ada di Bible, dan ini menyebabkan banyak sekali orang-orang Kristen yang taat justru memilih untuk masuk Islam. Ya, para sobat, kali ini kita mau reaction dari akun YouTube Lunar Ambassador dengan judul "Non-Muslim terkejut, Nabi Muhammad ada di Bible." Tanpa membuang waktu, check it out.
This is the theory the Muslims have. Whoever betrayed Jesus Christ was the one that was hung on that cross. How can you forsake yourself? If you're a Christian, ask yourself, how can you forsake yourself if you're God? And a God doesn't pray. A God gets prayed to. So who's Christ praying to in Matthew 26? Pull it up.
Because when you look at even like the English, just one language, the English translations of the Bible, there's fucking 15 for every verse. You know, I was
who's King James to make his own version? He left out 7 or 8 books from the Douay Bible.
Yeah.
Okay? Who gave him the authority?
Mampu menjelaskan Bible dan Al-Quran dengan sangat baik.
In the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah 49:1 states, "And remember when we delivered you from Pharaoh, people who were affecting you with a horrible torment." This verse means that Allah saved the children of Israel from Pharaoh's people with the help of Moses after they had been subjected to torture. The verse comes after Pharaoh had a dream in which he saw a fire emerge from All right, this...
Now go to the next part.
The next one. "O Pharaoh, we shall today preserve your lifeless body so that you may become a sign of warning for those who come after you. Indeed, most of the people are neglectful in understanding our signs. So this day we shall deliver your dead body out of the sea that you may be a sign to those who come after you."
Now that's some pretty raw stuff right there.
That's
isn't
pretty
it?
raw, yeah.
Okay. 1400 years ago, a man that can't read and write gave this verse.
Shout out Muhammad. Yeah.
Okay. But that same Muhammad is mentioned in John 15 and John 16, and most Christians don't perceive it.
What do you mean?
He's mentioned by name in their scriptures. They can deny it all they want.
John 15 what?
John 15 and John 16, in our humble opinion, Jesus is referring to the Prophet Muhammad. In my opinion. This is not what this episode was about.
That's okay. I don't
This should
care.
be a separate episode.
But you're taking it where you're taking it.
But
I gotta
want to get to the people that are putting all of us against each other.
Okay,
That's the most
we'll get
important
there.
part.
Let's go. Bring us there. Come on. All right. Does John 14,
that's
16...
Just go to the verse itself. Go to John 16.
Well, it's 16 what?
John 16. Just John 16 in the Bible. Let's go through
John
this together.
16, the Bible.
Okay, here we go.
All right. John.
I guess we're going to do a discussion. It's okay.
Yeah,
Now,
all right.
I'll give you a real quick synopsis here. And then the
Please.
Christians, I'm sure they're going to go crazy with this and leave comments and go nuts and
Yeah.
piss me out and whatever.
Love it.
First and foremost, in John 15 and John 16, Jesus Christ is telling his disciples that he's in trouble. Now imagine God's in trouble. He's got to tell his guys, I'm in trouble. If he's divine, he knows he's going to die no matter where he hides. So why is he hiding? Before he's crucified. Okay?
If he's divine,
If he's divine, he knows no matter what. First of all, I thought he came to die for me.
Jika Tuhan,
So if he came to
kenapa
die for
dia
me, why is he
bersembunyi?
hiding?
Sip.
Well, that's because he's a man. Well, pick which one is he? But forget that. That's a whole nother argument. All this I have told you so that you will not fall away. So he's telling his disciples, like, listen, I'm in trouble. I'm out of here. Okay? All of this I have told you so you will not fall away. They will put you out of the synagogue. In fact, the time is coming when anyone who kills you will think they are offering a service to God. You, my followers,
yeah.
they're going to hunt you down. They're going to fucking destroy you. This is a fact. That's exactly what happened after his alleged crucifixion. They started rounding up the Christians, and I say Christian by people that followed Christ. They were massacring them, okay? They were throwing them in the Colosseum. The guy that wrote half the Bible was a Christian bounty hunter, okay? That's like if you're Jewish, the Germans are wiping out your people, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, we're going to give you this book. That's who gave you half your New Testament? The guy that was hunting down Christians and massacring them? Really? And you think it was the...
Saul?
Saul, also known as Paul.
Right.
Now,
He was massacring Christians?
He was a Christian bounty hunter. Massacring the first followers of Christ. God's going to reward that, right? Come on. They will put you out of the synagogue. They will do such things because they have not known the Father. They don't know God or me, Christ is telling them. I have told you this so that when their time comes, you'll remember that I warned you about them. I did not tell you this from the beginning because I was with you. But now I'm going to him who sent me, and none of you asked me, where are you going? Rather, you are filled with grief because I have said these things. But verily, I tell you, it is for your good that I am going away, because unless I go away, the advocate will not come to you.
akan datang.
The advocate. Well, who's Christ talking about? We're reading this in what language, Julian Dory?
Well, right now, English.
What language did Jesus Christ speak?
Not English.
He spoke Aramaic.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, in Aramaic, the word that he uses for advocate is the word manahama, which translates to the word Ahmed, if I'm not mistaken, in the Arabic language.
All right, let us
me
know in the
finish.
comments. Go ahead.
But verily I tell you this for your good, that I am going away. Unless I go away, the advocate will not come.
Yes.
I will send him to you. When he comes, he will prove the world. Hang on, bro. That the advocate, what? He will prove the world about sin and righteousness and judgment, about sin, because people do not believe in me. Because I'm going to the Father where you can see me no longer. Verse number 12, very important. I have much more to say to you.
Yeah.
Jesus is telling his workers, like, I'm out, mission fail, mission abort.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the Father. He's not telling you he's going to die there. I'm going back to the Father. Muslims believe that God rose Jesus. He never got hung on the cross. The one who betrayed Christ, that's the one that hung on that cross.
But there is evidence he was on the cross.
Oh, there was someone on that cross, but it was not Christ. The one who betrayed Christ. Think about this. If Jesus is God or a part of the Trinity, how can he forsake himself? Forsake means to abandon. That's someone without faith, my brother. And if you came to die for me, then why are you forsaking anything? It's the one who was made to look like Christ that was hung on that cross. That was his punishment for betraying Jesus Christ. God made him look just like Jesus, and he's the one that got hung on that cross.
Don't we have a record, though, of
Watch
Judas
this.
living after that, though?
I have much more to...
Or did I
Verse
just
12,
make
very
that
important, Julian Dory. This is the connection that I believe,
right, go ahead.
and many scholars believe, is to the Prophet Muhammad.
Uh-huh.
I have much more to say to you, more than you can bear. I have much more I want to tell you, but you can't handle it. You can't bear it. When he's still talking about this advocate. When the Spirit of truth comes, he will guide you to all truth. He will not speak on his own. He will speak only what he hears, and he will tell you what is yet to come. 3 important things here. He will not speak on his own. Every Muslim knows that the Holy Quran was transcribed through the angel Gabriel directly to the Prophet Muhammad. That the angel would literally grab the Prophet, and the first verse of the Quran was, recite, I can't. Read, I can't. Because the Prophet was illiterate. Read in the name of your Lord, who created you from a clot of blood in the womb of your mother. Read, because he taught humanity that which it did not know. Many verses in the Quran, towards the end also, start with kul. Kul means to say. So the angel would grab the Prophet and say this. Kul huwa Allahu. Say God is one. The eternal, the absolute. He does not beget, nor is he begotten. He doesn't make kids, and he's not born. He's eternal. He will not speak on his own, but whatsoever he shall hear from the Father, he will make it known to you. And you'll know that he's from us, because he will confirm me. Here we are 2,000 years after the alleged death of Jesus Christ. What other human being came to earth? Now, the church tries to say, he's talking about the Holy Ghost. No, he's not talking about the Holy Ghost. Any Christian that's being honest will tell you the Holy Ghost is something that inspires you inwardly. It's not something that speaks outwardly. I can't see the Holy Ghost talking. The Holy Ghost can inspire me and I say something, but I'm not going to see the Holy Ghost preaching out in the open. I'll see it through another person. You get my point?
Yeah.
He's clearly describing someone that will come after him,
Like a person.
that will be transcribed to communicate what's coming next, which will tell of end times, and which will do what? Confirm him. Today, 2 billion people that are not Christian believe Jesus Christ is the Messiah because of a man named Muhammad. Because of a man who told them that he was sent by God, he was born to a virgin, and his mother has an entire chapter in the Quran called Mary.
They do believe he's the Messiah?
Absolutely, but that doesn't mean divine.
What?
That it means the anointed, the chosen one.
Right.
Jesus Christ was chosen to bring the Israelites back onto the path of God. They kept going astray. They kept dabbling in fucking black magic in Babylon. Okay? They did this shit. Not all of them, but they did. They were cut off from source. When they didn't accept Christ, they were reconquered again.
But Babylon was even like run by the Persians and shit at some
I understand.
points.
Yeah, that's when they got freed.
What?
When the Persians reconquered Babylon, then they told the Israelites to go back and they built the second temple, and then Christ came.
What
You
was that,
understand?
like 500 BC, something like that?
Yes. Then Christ came, the second temple. The third one goes up, my friend. It's bye-bye. When you see that temple, wait for the one-eyed liar. Wait for a human being who will appear. I promise you. Remember this if you're watching this show. Then you're going to know who told the truth.
Justru yang membongkar adalah mantan Kristen sendiri yang mengatakan bahwa di dalam Bible ada nama Muhammad tapi disamarkan, diterjemahkan sebagai sang penghibur. Ya, yang melanjutkan misi Yesus di dunia ini adalah sang penghibur. Dan sang penghibur tidak akan datang ketika Yesus masih hidup. Artinya sang penghibur baru datang setelah Yesus diangkat Allah ke langit. Kemudian sang penghibur baru datang untuk melanjutkan misi Yesus. Dan siapakah sang penghibur itu? Dia adalah Rasulullah Muhammad SAW, Nabi yang terakhir. Sehingga makin cerdas orang Kristen, makin mendalami Bible orang Kristen, maka akan makin dekat ke mu'alaf. Sebagaimana yang kita saksikan di video ini, mantan Kristen mu'alaf yang membongkar isi Bible. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.